morning. Today we are changing oil in a Jaguar XF S model, 2010 model year, with the 3-liter double turbo diesel engine. So there is 2 ways of doing it. I think you can find in YouTube guides or instructions on maybe both ways. I chose to do it with the suction method. There is this metal tube that you can attach your rubber hose and some kind of cheaper or more expensive suction pump. This is €20 manual thingy, but has been serving me well with my previous cars too. So yeah, and then the other method would be to use the drain block, but didn't use that because there is a fairly large under tray, and since I don't have a lift, I can only drive the front wheels on a ramp, and that way access the bottom of the car. But the under tray might be a little bit challenging because it's about 2 meters long, so getting all the bolts out or off that way might be challenging. So I believe this is good enough. It's done 10,000 kilometers since last change, so I don't know, at least Mercedes, they have it very common. I think even Mercedes dealers, they use this suction method. So I think you will get equally as much oil out of the engine by sucking or draining it. Maybe the only real advantage of draining it from the drain block would be this somewhat flushing the oil pan if there is any residue. But anyway, for that we have filters, so if there is residue in the oil, filter should catch them too, unless it's something really bad, and then you probably have also worse issues in your engine. And yeah, so then there is the filter too, which I will remove once I'm done sucking the oil and installing the new filter. It's always important to remember to loop the new O-ring so that you get correct torque spec for the oil filter. If you don't loop the O-ring, then it's tracking and may not see it correctly either. Okay, now all the oil that seems to come out with the suction method, approximately little over 6 liters came out. Now I'm loosening the filter housing. It's good idea to undo it completely and lift it up somewhat. I think some oil will still drain, and then I will still try sucking it out from the filter housing. And this is the new filter and the O-ring. There is the part number. I also blew with compressed air all loose dirt and dust around that filter housing, so that none of it gets in there when I remove the lid. This is the oil, liquid moly top tech 4500 5W30. It has the Ford specification. This engine needs, there's some more. I have 7 liters. Then I'm also going to be adding Ceratec 1.5 tubes. One of these tubes is supposed to treat 5 liters, I believe, so this is over 6, or the engine oil capacity is 6 liters, 6 deciliters, I think, 6.6 liters. But in practice, I think I'm gonna be adding 6 liters of oil and 2 of these 300 milliliter, or 1.5 of this 300 milliliter Ceratec ceramic treatment. So then it's 6.5 liters of fluid in total. So that's about it. Yeah, indeed, after undoing the filter housing and letting it sit for a while, like it was just sitting there on top of that unscrewed, still maybe couple deciliters at least, maybe almost half a liter of oil still drained to the bottom of the pan, and so that's nice thing to do. The previous filter was Mahle brand. Now I'm using Bosch, but this is nice style of filter because you can check between the fins if there is any debris or anything sparkling, which is always good news. But this seems very clean, absolutely spotless. So in goes the new one, and yeah, then the tightening is to 25 Newton meters plus 5, which I don't know what the plus 5 means, but maybe retightening after it's warm or after a heat cycle. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do it to plus 25 Newton meters and call it a day. And maybe check it later. And then just adding the oil and hard driving after that. Yeah, some ticking at first before it built oil pressure, but now it runs very beautifully. Yeah, very good. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.